I wish you guys could feel, these are the heaviest medals like ever. It's crazy. It like hurts my neck. I'm not gonna lie. It's not just a cliche.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smartwater.
So before I got to Paris, the one thing that I kept seeing on social media were videos and photos of the beach volleyball venue. I'm sure you've seen it as well. Got the court there, looks amazing, and then the Eiffel Tower right in back of it. Spectacular, right? Well, we've been here for well over a week, and I haven't gone once. We've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to check it out. We are changing that tonight, though. We are going to beach volleyball, and what a time to go to beach volleyball, because it is Canada versus the US of A in the round of 16. You may not know this about me, but I'm a dual citizen, so my heart is being pulled in two different directions here. I'm just gonna be neutral, down the middle, just trying to experience it all. In addition to that, we've got an interview with a young lady named Summer Mcintosh. Have you heard of Summer Mcintosh? She's kind of a big deal here in Paris. We get to sit down with her. You're gonna wanna watch this chat. We also spoke to Ethan Katzberg, the young man who made history on Sunday night, becoming the first Canadian to win a gold medal on hammer throw and the first Canadian to win a medal of any kind in that event in 112 years. What a guy, what a character. It's a great conversation as well. For now though, let's go to beach volleyball. Can't wait to see what this is all about. This venue is called Eiffel Tower Stadium. It's a temporary venue that was built just for these games. It'll be dismantled when the games are over. It's in an iconic spot here in the heart of Paris, right next to the Eiffel Tower and the military school. It's in the world-famous Champ de Mars Park, where people come together to celebrate, hang out, concerts, all kinds of things. And it's been the talk of these games because of the iconic imagery of the stadium right in back of the actual beach volleyball courts. Now, it's interesting to note, this is Paris's third time hosting the Olympic Games. They did so in 1900 and in 1924, but beach volleyball wasn't a sport back then. So this is actually their first time hosting beach volleyball, and they've done it right. I can't wait to see how it actually looks in person. Honestly, that was actually better than advertised. What a breathtaking venue to watch a sporting event. The setting was beautiful, the crowd was hyped, the action was riveting, and in the end, Team Canada prevails. Now, I know I said earlier that I was kind of down the middle, you know, dual citizen, but don't tell anyone. I'm actually kind of happy. This is big for Team Canada. They were the underdogs. Now they advance to the quarterfinals against Spain on Wednesday, and if they beat Spain, they will ensure their best finish ever in beach volleyball. So, good job. Randy Wilkerson, Melissa Jimena-Paredes, well done. Go get them on Wednesday. We'll be watching. Love that. Now, here's the thing, my friends. Every single day of these Olympic Games, Canada has won at least one medal, 9 days straight. They can break the record tonight, 10 in a row. The problem is, there's only one medal to win left today. It's in women's 3x3 basketball. If they don't win the bronze medal, the streak stands at 9. Record tying. If they win the bronze medal, it's record breaking, 10 in a row, number 18 for these games. And so it's actually starting in like an hour, and wouldn't you know it, who are they playing? Team USA, our friends to the south. So we're gonna head over there, watch it. We've been kind of a good luck charm. We've seen all kinds of history throughout these games in person, so we're gonna see if we can bring a little more luck to the 3x3 squad. While we go there, in the meantime, earlier today, I had a chance to speak to Ethan Katzberg. You remember him, right? He's the young man who made history on Sunday night at the Stade de France. He became the first Canadian to win a gold medal in hammer throw and the first Canadian to win a medal of any kind in the event in 112 years. You see what I mean? Good luck charm. We watched it. He did it. We're going to go there. You're going to watch this. He's a great guy, and I'll see you in a bit. Very excited to be joined by a social media sensation. Everyone is talking about Ethan Katzberg after what he did last night at Stade de France. He becomes the first ever Canadian to win gold in hammer throw and the first Canadian to win a medal of any kind in the event in 112 years. Ethan, what has life been like for you for the last 24 hours? I feel like you're still kind of floating in the air.
Yeah, you know, it definitely hasn't slowed down. It's been a little hectic, but I've been enjoying it for sure. It's definitely a roller coaster, and I'm just, you know, along for the ride.
It's amazing, and you're also the youngest to win this event, and you know this is kind of like an old man sport, right? How does a 22-year-old pull this off? How did you get it done?
Yeah, I mean the podium this year was relatively young, so it was kind of nice to see you know, some new faces on the podium, and being 22 and leading the field, it's definitely a good feeling, and yeah, absolutely.
I do want to ask about your look. Your look is very unique. What's the inspiration behind this? A lot of 22-year-olds aren't rocking it. You rock it tremendously well, for the record.
Thank you.
But when did it all start, and what's the inspiration?
You know, there's some controversy. I can't lie. Rowan Hamilton.
Yes, I was going to ask about that next.
That I've copied his style. I have copied his style.
Oh.
It's true. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't know. I don't think it was. It just happened to be that we chose the same look, and now we get confused all the time. But it's good fun, and we've kind of enjoyed hearing what people have to say about us.
You look almost exactly like your twins.
Yeah.
Now that you won gold, though, should he shave the stash and cut the hair? Is that
we had the conversation. You know, somebody has to change. It's been up in the air, and maybe next season we'll see if anything changes. I'm not changing anything about the mustache or the hair, so it's on him. But if he doesn't, I'm more than happy to share the look.
Fair enough. Your relationship with your coach is amazing. I love every time you go up to him, like you guys just seem like brothers in arms. Can you tell us what he means to you and why he's so important to your success?
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time together, so you gotta get used to each other, and he definitely brings the competitive side out of me, and he was a great athlete in his own right, and now he's been an amazing coach and a mentor to me, and helping me understand what I need to do in competitions, in training, in every aspect of life. He's been a huge help. I always say he always puts in just as much work, if not more work, than I do. A lot of it you don't see. Obviously, it's off the field.
Right.
But his dedication to track and field and my training is I can't thank him enough for it.
Last quick one. You go on your Wikipedia page. I don't know if you know this. Under personal, it has all this stuff about you. And then it says your family likes natural Christmas trees. That's in your Wikipedia page.
Oh my goodness.
Who has put that there, and is that accurate?
That is accurate. There was a news article about my family getting a natural Christmas tree from a tree farm in Nanaimo.
Okay.
That's amazing that's a fact there.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, but it is true, and I mean you can't beat it, right? You get the smell,
yes.
the aroma. You
Yeah.
can't beat it. Yeah, that's so funny that's there.
Very random,
Yeah.
but I wanted to know if it was
true.
just,
It is true.
okay.
Yeah.
The rumor has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very
Beautiful
much.
to watch you compete. Loved everything about it, and looking forward to what you do from here on out in your career. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Outshine Gold, presented by Lululemon.
Well, every Canadian will remember where they were during the Summer of Summer. What a remarkable run it has been for this young lady. In total, 3 gold medals, 1 silver, a Summer Olympics to remember. She has become, in many respects, the face of Team Canada here in Paris, and she really needs no introduction. She is the one and only Summer Mcintosh. Thank you so much for joining us.
you.
It's an honor to sit next to you. Do you feel comfortable with that phrase, the face of Team Canada?
I mean, that's an absolute honor to hear you say that. Overall, this Games has been pretty crazy for me, of course, and to kind of see all my dreams come true and become reality, it's been incredible.
Is it possible to even put, like you say, words like crazy and whatnot, to put into words what the last 9 or so days have felt like?
Yeah, like you said, and you can't put it into words. I mean, there's so much unexpected and unknowns going to a Games, along with anticipation and nervousness as well. So being able to still get the job done, I'm just very proud of myself. But no, it's been a whirlwind of emotions and ups and downs, and it's kind of like a roller coaster throughout these last 9 days. So now kind of coming off of that and kind of being able to enjoy all that Team Canada's accomplished so far in these Olympics it's going to be great.
You mentioned nerves. Honestly, when I watch you compete, it feels like you're unflappable, like nothing bothers you. Do you even get anxious before the races?
Usually I don't. I think that a lot of that comes from past sports I did were a lot more nerve-wracking, and I've just been doing this for so long. But definitely before day one heat session, I've never been so nervous before a race, just to kind of start the meet off. But then other than that, every finals I've been super, super pumped, and I just get super excited. And any kind of nerves that I would feel, I just turn into adrenaline and excitement and try to feed off the crowd and know that I've prepared my body as best as I can possible throughout the years of training leading into these games and all the preparation that I've done.
Of the 3 races that you won gold in, which one were you most worried about?
I wouldn't say I was worried for any of them. I mean, obviously, there was the 200 IM was probably the closest race I had, which was my last one. And then in training, I knew that day 8 of a swimming, I'm not going to feel super fresh, and I'm going to be super, super drained. So that really kept me motivated on those tough training days to keep pushing forward and knowing that I have to prepare myself as best as possible and kind of simulate what that's going to feel like. So going into that race, I knew it was going to be a close one. So definitely was pretty. It was a very anticipated race overall as well. So kind of trying to feed into that in a positive way, which I did, I think, very well. So yeah, I mean, that one was probably the most mentally challenging, as it was kind of very late into a swimming, but overall, I mean, obviously I'm happy with the result.
You know, it's interesting because honestly, I've never been to a swimming event before, and the first one that I ever went to is when you won your first gold medal, and I was blown away by just how focused you were. And even when you won gold, it felt like just another day at the pool. Like, you didn't have some grandiose celebration or anything like that. The second gold that you won, there's a photo that's gone viral of you kind of cracking a smile en route to finishing. And so I'm wondering, like, how do you balance just always being focused and also enjoying the moment, smelling the flowers as much as you can?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a balance, because since I did have a pretty hefty lineup and schedule for individual events along with relays, trying not to get too high or down on emotions depending on how my race went, and knowing after the silver or the gold in the 400 IM, I still had so many more races left and I can't emotionally drain myself too much. But like you said, at the same time, wanting to enjoy the moment, because obviously this doesn't come around often. So anytime I got to stand on that podium and see the Canadian flag and wear the beautiful Lululemon gear was pretty incredible, and I try to soak that up as much as possible.
Was that in fact the smile that you cracked? In that moment, was that in fact the smile?
I don't think I've seen the photo you're talking about, but during the 400 IM final, I was smiling under the water that last 100 meters, just because I knew I had the gold right at my fingertips, and I knew that I was going to touch the wall first. So that was a pretty surreal moment. But no, during the 200 fly, it was a pretty close race, and I wouldn't say I was smiling. I was more probably screaming underwater from the pain, but also just kind of trying to push my body as fast as possible and as hard as possible to get to the wall.
I hear you're a big Drake fan.
Yes.
Have you met him? Has he
No.
said nothing?
I would literally do anything to meet Drake. I mean, he's the coolest person ever. So, and the fact that he's Canadian just is the cherry on top. So if I ever get to meet him, I'd probably pass out.
He's your number one?
Oh yeah, for sure, by far.
Favorite song? Is there one that you listen to before you race?
Depends on the event. I mean, for 200 Fly, I love the song Trophies. My favorite album of his is probably Take Care, I would say, or Certified Lover Boy. Those are my 2 favorite.
I feel like we can make this happen. I mean, you're both 2 Torontonians. This feels like an easy thing. I feel like he would be honored to meet you at this
oh my
point.
God, no. If I would actually pass out. I'm
You think
not
so?
joking. Yes, that's how much, yeah, and he does, I truly listen to him before every race. His music definitely gets me pumped up, and I've listened to him for so long, and the fact that he's from Toronto is also really, really cool.
By the way, I like your jewelry. I didn't note it. Does it do you have to touch it? Do you still does it feel surreal that these medals, 4 medals, are around your neck?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wish you guys could feel, these are the heaviest medals ever. It's crazy. It hurts my neck. I'm not gonna lie. It's not just a cliche. But no, yeah, definitely super surreal, and it's so nice at the Olympics or obviously any kind of big competition to have something that represents so much hard work and dedication and hours and sacrifice that you put into this, and kind of know I'll have these medals for the rest of my life.
Obviously in Tokyo you were 14 and you didn't get any of those medals, and no one could blame you. You raced valiantly. Do you remember how you felt at the end of those games, what you told yourself about Paris and the expectations that you put on yourself as you left Tokyo?
Yeah, I mean, I was never more hungrier in my life than after the Tokyo Games. I mean, being 14 and making the Olympics was such a huge accomplishment for me, but then, a lot of people would say getting 4th is probably one of the worst positions you can be in at the Olympics, but I think it was honestly the best thing that's ever happened to me, because it really just fueled my fire and wanted made me so much more hungrier going into Paris and knowing that that was only 3 years away, knowing that I really wanted to bring back some medals, and obviously being able to do that now it's been awesome.
2 last quick ones. Are you the best swimmer in the world?
No, I would never.
A lot of people say that.
I would never say that about myself. I mean, my goal is just to do the best that I possibly can. I mean, everyone has different talents, everyone has different events. There's always going to be a debate, but no, I don't think I could ever say that about myself. I mean, I'm just really I'm not really focused on titles or anything like that. I'm just really focused on bringing back medals for Team Canada and enjoying the process and having fun.
There's a rumor floating around that you may be asked to carry the flag at the closing ceremony. I don't know if you know yet or not, but if you do get that honor, what would that mean?
It would mean the absolute world. I mean, like you said, that would be such an honor to hold the flag for Canada. I mean, nothing's confirmed yet or anything. I haven't heard anything, but I mean, even that's a conversation and that's a possibility. It's very, very surreal.
Congratulations, you've made us so very proud. It's been surreal watching you compete. You're incredible, and as I've noted throughout our show, what impresses me more about you than your skills in the pool, your demeanor, your grace, your class, your professionalism. It's really something special to watch. We're going to make this Drake thing happen. We got to make this happen.
Yes, please.
And I would be delighted for you when it does happen. Congratulations once again, Summer.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, we made it to Place de la Concorde, and look who's here. My friend and yours, the official mascot of the Paris 2024 Games, the one and only Frige. What a scene this is, by the way. This is beautiful. And not only is there 3x3 going on here, they've got breaking, they've got skateboarding and BMX as well. It's a huge venue with all kinds of action going on. Can't wait to experience this as well. First time that I ever get to see 3x3, and what a time to come watch a game. Bronze medal, Canada, US, doesn't get any bigger than this. Unfortunately though, the IOC doesn't let us show you the footage. You know the drill by now. So in the meantime, earlier today, I had a chance to speak to Josh Leando, won a silver medal in the men's 100-meter butterfly event, and in doing so, he made his own kind of history. Take a look. Well, Canadians have been making all kinds of history at these particular Olympic Games, and that's certainly the case with our guest at this time. 21-year-old Josh Leando, he won a silver medal in the men's 100-meter butterfly event just a couple of days ago, and in doing so became the first Black Canadian in men's or women's swimming to win an Olympic medal of any kind. His name going into the history books. Congratulations on that distinction, and of course, congrats on the silver, Josh.
Thank you.
You know, it's great. Sometimes we have to do the interviews with people sitting down because we want to showcase the medal. We don't want them standing because they're a little bit shorter than the table. But you're tall enough, we get to see the medal right there.
There you go.
Has it sunk in yet? Does it feel real that you're an Olympic medalist?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just a lot of emotions, right? Going to that final night, I was just off the podium in the 50 by 2/100ths of a second, and to be able to get it done in the 100 fly definitely meant a lot.
How did you kind of put that aside, that disappointment, and then know that there's another opportunity to do something great?
It's something that I've had to learn because I'm someone that swims multiple events. It's not very common that every event's going to go perfect. Obviously, I didn't get on the podium there, but I knew that I had a good shot on the 100 fly, so I just had to refocus at that point, just use it as fuel.
And so, like I said, you made all kinds of history, but also you and Ilya making history.
Oh, yeah.
2 male Canadian swimmers on the podium at the same time. When you noticed that not only did you get the silver, but he's right next to you with the bronze, do you remember what that feeling was like?
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome feeling. I ran over, he was doing an interview, I crashed his interview, I gave him a hug. Because it's something that we actually, we talked about because he was doing really well and I knew it would have been close. And I was like, dude, I mean, if we can get 2 on the podium, it would be crazy. And I mean, we both got in there and we got the job done. So that was awesome.
So much attention on the women.
Yeah.
And I know you all love each other, but do you take that as a personal challenge? Like we need to up the male side of things a little bit?
We knew we had to step up, and I think this is a good momentum for us now moving in. Obviously, Summer's doing her thing. But I think we have some good momentum on the guys' side. Yeah.
I'm assuming you knew about the distinction of being the first Black Canadian to win a medal. Was that a mission of yours? Was that something that you really wanted to be that inspiration to kids who are growing up like you and who look like you?
Yeah, for sure. Not just winning the medal for that purpose. It was just, I feel like sports should be open to anyone and everyone. That's what the Olympics is about, just so everyone can come together and compete and have fun. I feel like that's kind of something that's just I've carried through in my career. My goal was obviously to get on the podium, though. That's what I wanted. Just to be there and to race with the best in the world was awesome.
Some athletes during the Olympics, they stay off social media, some don't mind. Have you seen messages? Because when Devin Haru tweeted about the history you made, it exploded.
Yeah.
And I saw so many great messages, and I'm wondering if they came to you just yet.
Yeah, they've been awesome. I haven't had time to respond to any of them. It's been a lot, but I've seen them, and it's definitely a special feeling, and fills me with pride to be able to see that and to see the kind of support that I'm getting. Yeah.
Speaking of special, man, I love the footage of your dad cheering you on. What a character, man.
Yeah.
When you see that, when you see your dad, like he cares so much about you. When you see that footage after the fact, what is that like?
Yeah. I mean, I just saw some new footage just now today, and the other people around him are like, "Gosh, shut up, dude!" Like,
no.
they're. But I mean, no, it's awesome that I love seeing him enjoy it that much, and the first kind of meet he ever really watched me swim at like a high level was NCAA's, and he loved that, and ever since he's just been going crazy. So. I love seeing him up there and having fun and just enjoying it. It's good to have him here to be a part of this experience for me.
Your mom and sister, they're not here?
No, my mom and sister are here, but
he's getting all the attention.
He's the one that's on camera, man. Because they hide. They don't like the attention.
Wondering.
Yeah, I guess I'm the balance then. He's just taking all the attention, and they're just hiding in the corner.
Okay, are we thinking about LA yet, or?
Yes. I mean, I can't say. I'm gonna try and take a break. Like for me, obviously after getting that silver and being so close to gold, my immediate thoughts just like I want to get back in and start getting better and work on things. But I'm gonna take a little break, kind of relax, wind down, and then after that I'm gonna be right back in it though.
Well, congratulations, man!
Yeah.
Amazing to see you compete.
Thank
What you and Ilya did was thrilling. It really was. So
Thank you.
Congrats, enjoy it, and looking forward to seeing what you do next.
Appreciate it.
Well, it was not meant to be. Unfortunately, Canada's bid to win bronze in women's 3x3 falls just short. They lose a heartbreaker to the United States, and thus our streak of seeing Canada win a medal on each and every day of these Olympic Games stops at 9. A record-tying 9, but the record-breaking 10 was not in the cards. We look forward to seeing them start a new streak tomorrow on day 11. All right, now time to wrap up the night. And by the way, we're still here at Place de la Concorde, and what a scene this is. This is so much fun. It's like a party out here. I think we're gonna hang out a little longer, but we need to wrap this bad boy up, and that means it's time for my Paris Tonight Podium, everyone's favorite segment of the night. And we'll go back inside that 3x3 venue. I got a chance to see my guy, Carmelo Anthony, the pride of Syracuse University, my alma mater, the pride of the New York Knicks, one of my favorite players of all time. He was a FIBA ambassador at the World Cup last year. He was hanging out with Pau Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki, Thomas Bach, the president of the IOC. Very cool to see Melo in attendance. I was very excited to see him. I think he was rooting for the US, but all good. Again, dual citizen, no problem. Silver, Scottie Scheffler, yesterday, #1 ranked golfer in the world. This is a guy who has made a reported $28 million this year. He wins gold yesterday, his first gold medal. Look at him on the podium. The national anthem is playing. He is sobbing. He can't control his emotions. You know how much he won for winning that gold medal? $37,000. If you're wondering what the Olympics mean to these athletes, what that gold medal means to someone like Scottie Scheffler, the best golfer in the world, 28 million. Just look at that. Look at that emotion. Look how much it means to him. Beautiful stuff. I loved it. And, Scottie Scheffler continues to have an incredible year. If you follow golf, it's a dream-like year for him. Well done, Scottie Scheffler. Except for that incident that happened a couple months ago, we don't need to talk about that. Gold, well, I got to go back to Summer Mcintosh. All week long, I've been talking about Summer Mcintosh just being such a role model and being so impressed with her demeanor in the pool, but more so outside of the pool. Well, earlier today, I got to see that in person. After our interview, I got to see how she deals with people, and in particular, how she treats kids and how she interacts with them, letting them touch her gold medals, speaking to them, giving them some time, taking pictures with them. This is a 17-year-old. Most 17-year-olds are on TikTok all day, just scrolling through, just minding their own business, very self-absorbed. Not her. She is the face of Team Canada at these games, whether she wants to admit it or not. And she is doing such a good job, again, as a teenager, of being that role model. So impressed with her, with everything she's doing. Her parents should be so proud. It was really cool to see in person. All right, let's look ahead to tomorrow, and it's a massive, massive day. I can't wait for tomorrow. If you're a hoops fan like me, this is heaven. The quarterfinals of men's basketball kicks off 5 a.m. Eastern. You're gonna wanna watch every single one of these games. This is an unbelievable slate of games. We've got Germany, Greece. We've got Serbia, Australia. 12 o'clock, we've got Canada, France. We're gonna shock them on their home court. And then we've got the United States against Brazil. 4 huge games to set up the semifinals. The atmosphere is gonna be amazing. The tournament now moves to Paris. It's gonna be must-see TV. I'll be watching. I hope you will be as well, of course, on CBC Gem. All right, that does it for us. Do you hear this? Do you feel this? This atmosphere is amazing. They've done a great job here. We're gonna go have a great time, and we'll say goodnight from Paris. See you tomorrow.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smart Water.